What kind of momentum does that win in overtime provide you going into this week?
Yeah, no, it means a lot. It was a hard-fought game. It was a game that we really needed to win, and uh, it just showed what this team could do. It definitely gave us a lot of confidence, but it's a whole nother team, whole another game plan. So we're just going about it like any other week.
Do you find like you guys were getting? He's on the phone. Don't mind him.
Bro, tripping. Now that would have been me. You would have been.
Do you find you're getting thicker skin, just considering like the last 3 weeks have kind of already been like the playoffs for you guys, right? You must wins every week.
Yeah, man, it's must win. We definitely got to win out. If we, want to make that chance to play in the playoffs. So, no, every game is important. Every game we need, and man, it's fun, man. It's a fun experience, man, especially with this team, with these guys. So, it's fun.
What do you see in the Texans matchup?
Oh yeah, great team. Definitely get the ball hungry team. Their D line is really tied in to their back end. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a hard game. I think they're like top 5 ranked defense. Get pressure on the quarterback. DB's playing great. Stingley, having a career year. Yeah, man, they're a good group.
Earlier you mentioned confidence when you were asked about what changed. Did you make any appeal or reminder to coaches that you can do what you can do?
Nah, man. I think, over the years they kind of know my ability, know what I can do, know the type of guy that's in the locker room and on the field. So, man, yeah, they know.
Were you thinking inside, man, I'm really looking forward to when they open it up again?
I really look forward to winning, man. All that's good, but having a good game with an L really don't mean too much.
What's it going to mean to go back to Houston?
It means a lot, man. Going back, got a lot of family friends come to the game. So yeah, it's gonna be big.
How many
Played
tickets?
there, right? You played there before?
We had a preseason game there last year.
Practice there for a week.
Yeah.
How many
too.
ticket
So,
requests you get ballpark?
whoa! If I told you, you wouldn't even believe me.
You think 100?
Nah, not 100, but it's gonna be definitely more than 100 people there that I know for sure. Oh yeah, man, that was great. Giving back to the community that support us is always key. The event went good. T-Stead and Calais was great. A lot of teammates came out and supported us, so that's always great.
How much do you think you'll reflect when you're in Houston? When you're back in your hometown. Just childhood dream, I'm sure, man.
Right, man. I remember my first game was at NRG. It used to be called Reliant Stadium. Remember going watching the Texans play when I was a kid. So just playing in that stadium now, it's gonna be a surreal moment.
I felt like I, stood my own, but there's always room for improvement. I'm very hard on myself, so I just want better. I want more for myself. So each week we're just gonna keep improving.
What did you take from the film study?
Took that I need to be better in certain aspects, but there is good, and you have to acknowledge that and just keep working on that. But of course, all I see is mostly bad for myself. I'm just hard on myself, so just gonna keep improving and keep battling.
This opportunity to go out there and play against Houston, play for a team, in the city that you played your college ball. What's that feeling like?
I'm just excited. If my name gets called, I'll go out there and I'm going to dominate. I'm going to prepare like I'm going to be out there, and if my name gets called, I'm going to do what I have to do and compete.
You got any family and friends coming out to the game? You have requested any tickets?
My parents, they're in Nigeria currently, so they won't be able to make it. But I got about 8 people, and then the rest of my folks that are there, they're going to have to get their own ticket. Yeah, yeah.
It's a little
It's not that expensive. Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they got it.
And so what was it like last week to kind of get that tap on the shoulder? Teron is out, you're in.
You definitely got to be locked in. You got to be watching the game at all times. I'm watching both tackles constantly throughout the game, so just being prepared to go in at any moment and, capitalize.
I saw, I'm doing something on Teron. I saw him at one point down there kind of giving you some pointers, right? Can you tell me whatever you feel comfortable telling me that
Yeah.
he was telling you, and what about his role and how, his mentorship and what he means to this team and to you?
Oh yeah, that's the big dog in the room. So every time you come off to the sideline, he's just going to give you pointers. He's going to be watching you, even if he's not out there watching you. And as soon as you come back to the sideline, critiquing you on what he saw, what you can fix, and then getting you ready for the next drive.
I saw him give you his seat. I thought that was a big thing. Then sat behind you on like medicine equipment. What was that like?
It was good. It was good. It was good getting that nod. But yeah, he was just back there, motivating us as a line, even if he's not out there, motivating us. That's our captain. So just giving us pointers, helping us out.
What did Coach tell you that you did well on Sunday?
Competing. He said I was competed, but always there's things to improve on, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
You pass protected mid-40s. You gave up only 2 pressures, so that's a good day. No sacks. Had you liked your pass protection? How do you feel your run blocking was?
The 2 pressures you want to make is 0, so there's always room for improvement. Yes, sir.
And as far as run blocking, where do you feel you are with that?
We got to keep going, each week, and keep going at it. Keep going.
The Texans have a really elite pass rush. What will it take to limit that?
I think we're just going to rely on our technique and what we do each week, our fundamentals, attacking them on good angles, and just dominate them. That's the goal.
How much does Tehran just being so nurturing, how much does that help with your overall confidence? Because it can be pretty daunting out there, but to have a guy like that just in your ear all the time, right?
Yeah, it's a blessing for sure. You hear stories about, rookies and having vets in the room, and it's not always good. It's never been like that here. From the moment I was drafted, it's been nothing but love and support from both, even Kendall and T-Sted, so, yeah.
It was when I was released from Miami or Baltimore and got down here. So it's kind of cool, like 5 years later, then to have this happen this week was pretty cool.
Come a long way, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a special journey. Yeah.
We've all talked a lot about this, Zach, but do you remember the emotion you felt when Harbaugh and the coaches said, we're going to let you go? Had you at all wondered, is this even a career for me?
What was my second year there? I was released after camp, cleared waivers, put on practice squad, moved back up probably halfway through the year. And then with literally this time, I think it was this week 5 years ago, cut the second time, and really didn't know what to think. My agent at the time called me. He's like, "Hey, look, I don't really have any teams asking about you. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully something shakes out and you get picked up. If not, I know Baltimore said they'd love you back in the practice squad." So I actually was I redid the brakes in the RV Thursday night into Friday because I wasn't working on Friday, not knowing where I was going, and my brakes were shot. So I pulled the pads and all that off the RV, but I did that. And then Friday afternoon, I got a call, and he's like, "Hey, I don't know where you're going, but you got claimed." I think he said Cleveland or someone called and said, "Hey, look, we put a claim in for him. We don't know who got him, but we didn't get him. Would you know who claimed him?" He's like, "I have no idea." So then about 20, 30 minutes later, I got a call from Miami saying, "Hey, look, there's a flight out at 8 o'clock tonight. Can you make it?" I'm like, "Absolutely." That was Thursday night, Wednesday into Thursday. But then Friday morning, showed up, got here, went to all that stuff. I did practice Friday, and then we were at the Jets actually at that time, and then Flo had me stay here that weekend to kind of get my feet wet. And then the next week was Giants, Cincy, and New England.
You've been one of the best waiver claims in Dolphins history. Has Greer or anyone in the organization ever kidded with you about that or said some line to that effect?
I think the contracts we've signed and them extending me is kind of that notion they did for me, absolutely. And just saying that appreciation there.
Zach, what would it mean to you to make the program?
It would be everything. To me, just to be able to come from where I came from and just from walked on D2, cut twice in the NFL, to have even a chance of making it is just an incredible journey, and makes me emotional because, coming from where I came from in high school, I was always told you'll never play in college, let alone in the NFL. And I think it's a cool story, and I love to share that and talk to kids and families and schools or whoever asks about that, and especially being from a small school in the middle of nowhere. Not a lot of scouts or people kind of came by that area, so it's pretty special and be something cool.
What are you most proud of and what you do week after week?
For me, I think, and this time I want to make sure I teach my son, it's the name on your back as well as the name on your front. You're representing the organization as well as your family name. And honestly, everything else it's all glory to God. So to be able to go out there and to emulate that and to show that, and hopefully it shows in my game and in how I act on and off the field. To me, that's what I pride myself on the most.
Zach, what does desperation do for a team knowing where you guys are trying to make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's more of a backs against the wall. It's every week's a playoff week, and I think it's, hey, look, we got to do everything we can in our power, stay late, extra tape, extra tubs, whatever you need to do to get the win. And I think we did it last week, and we need to continue that this week.
Another tough matchup with C.J. Stroud at quarterback. What do you see in the matchup?
Yeah, great young quarterback, has good feet, has a heck of an arm, and we got to help contain him and get back there and stop the run. They got a great back, Joe Mixon, O-line. They got Laramie Tunsil, who was here. That's just got to get after him up front.
When you talk about all the adversity that you have fought through, you must be the perfect leader here to see, 4 straight wins ahead. That's nothing compared to some of the stuff that you fought through, right? This is doable in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it's taken on a week at a time basis. That's what I always focus on my whole career, my whole life. Obviously, you need to look big picture at some point, and it's, hey, look, to get there, we need to win out. And so it's what can we do this week, and what can I do today to get to that point and could make that ultimately hit that goal.
I guess at 1 p.m. you won't be scoreboard watching, but how much you guys pay attention to the standings, maybe once you get back to the locker later that night?
I mean, if you're winning, that's all you can do to control. I mean, we can't control what other teams do, whatever happens there. I think end of the day, we just got to win out and go from there.
Zach, the last, 3 seasons, 2+ seasons, since McDaniel has been here, you've been one of the best and most consistent big game performers on this team. I don't know if that's occurred to you. Have you thought about that? And what do you think? I mean, the touchdown in the playoff game at Buffalo?
Yeah. No, I haven't really thought about that. I guess to me, it's just do what you do when your number's called. Be the 111th and be that guy to go out there every day, every snap, and play your hardest ball. You don't know when your play is going to come. Something we always joke about and always say up front is the ball rewards those who run. So I think that gives you those opportunities. It definitely did that touchdown in Baltimore. So, yeah.